I'm not a rich man. I ended up playing in a lot of clubs, a lot of dives, a lot of hotel venues, hotel bars and lounges. While I was on the road as an engineer, I always found a place to go play. I typically tried to find a live band that I could sit in with, and then sometimes there wasn't available, so I just did karaoke. I grew up listening to traditional country music. I was always enamored with country music. I loved it growing up. I was particularly interested in people like George Jones and Conway Twitty and Merle Haggard and Hank Jr. and Randy Travis and folks like that. I really got into the traditional country music. I didn't really get an opportunity to get really serious about my music. I had 2 wives and 5 kids and had to keep food on the table with them, so I haven't seen fortune yet. I met a friend in Cleveland, Mississippi. His name was Mac Jackson, and Mac got me started writing and recording. I started writing when I was about 21. First song I wrote was a tune called The Turban Cowboy, which reflected the kind of work that I did. Graduated from the University of Louisiana Lafayette. Got a degree in industrial technology, and I became a steam turbine engineer. But in 2009, I retired from a power company, started my own consulting business, and it gave me a lot more time to concentrate on my music. I've had 5 albums out. I did record 3 singles. My music is being heard all over the world. When I release a song, I have no problem getting airplay. We've done so well, I've had 17 #1 hits on the independent record charts. What a blessing. I recorded all of my albums in Nashville, Tennessee. My producer was Tom Harding and T.W. Hale, called H2 Productions. They've really done a great job for me. I've always been real proud of the tracks, and they actually make me sound pretty good too. In 2010, I went in and did my first CD in Nashville, Tennessee. It was called If You Drive Me to Drinking, I'll Buy the Gas. It was my debut album, and it did really well. We ended up with 4 or 5 songs that went #1 on the independent charts. At the ISO Awards, Peggy Noor and I won Duet of the Year. It came off of my first album. It was called I Love You More When You're Not at Home. The second album was My Life is a Country Song. We had some really good stuff on that album, and I had a tune called Tell Me I'm Wrong, which in 2017 was the Pure Country Song of the Year at the Academy of Western Artists Awards show. The third album was a little EP called Might Be the Whiskey. It did real well for me. I think we had 2 #1s on that one. The Academy of Western Artists Award, I picked up a Male Vocalist of the Year award. I was really proud of that. My fourth album was Opposite Walls. That was sort of my breakout album. I finally figured out who Dennis Ledbetter was and what he should be doing, and my producers made it happen. It was a great album for me. I don't remember how many #1s we had off of that, but there was 3 or 4 off of that. I ended up teaming up with a young lady by the name of Nikki Nelson. She was the lead singer at Highway 101 a while back, and we did 2 duets. We did a duet called How Far Would You Go? Stayed on the charts at #1 for about 4 weeks. And then we did another duet, which is a current duet that's out there right now. It's called Opposite Walls. That came off of the Opposite Walls album, but we did it as a duet. And it's doing really well with radio and making a lot of noise. When I sent my music to one of my radio DJs, he said, "Dude, this is unapologetically country." Well, I took that moniker and I lived with it for about 3 or 4 years. And I finally teamed up with T.W. Hale, and we co-wrote the title cut of the EP Unapologetically Country. It did well. We had about 3 or 4 #1s off of that album. I got back in the studio in 2024, July actually, and we recorded a new album called I Shoulda Known Better. It's a 12-song album. Got a bunch of sad heartbreak songs in it, but we threw in about 3 or 4 good up-tempo songs just to keep people from getting too sad as they go through there. But the main song that we did is a song called The Right to Bear Arms, and we're looking forward to a monster hit. One of those songs that doesn't come around very often. Keep your ears open. Find you a good internet radio station that'll play traditional country music. The music's on all the digital sites. Whatever your favorite digital sites are, it'll be there. I want to take this opportunity to thank all of the DJs that play independent artists. There's no way that we could get the airplay that we do without them. And they've been a very important part of my success, and I want to share that success with them and thank them for playing my music.